Welcome to the World United. Welcome to the World United.
Ranjit Patil ji has joined just now. He was stuck, engaged
Okay.
earlier. His session is there, right?
Yeah.
So I think we should go with this session, please.
Okay.
Thank
No,
you.
doctor, if it is a scheduled, there's no problem. I was stuck somewhere.
No, it's okay. We will. No, we are dynamic. We are not static.
So I think there
We'll
was
configure
one
ourselves as per the
couldn't
needs.
come back. Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, sir. Then we'll just go ahead with Ranjit sir right now. I'll just spotlight him. So you could go ahead with your topic, sir. You could start with your topic. Thank you so much for joining in. We would like to hear from you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Yugandhar, and all team. Really, it's from bottom of my heart. I'm in this spiritual path from last 25 years, and I do all spiritual supermarket. I wander all over India to meet different masters and different types of practices. I personally go different 40 types of different meditational practices, and I meet many different people. Those claim about spirituality, and I was always a scientific observer. I want to understand world in a very objective manner. Yes, I know spirituality is all about the subjectivity, but I was very much deeply interested in the objective aspects of spirituality. There are thousands of masters. They are talking their experiences from last 5,000 years, officially Upanishad and Veda and all the spiritual lineage. They're talking something intangible, something beyond five senses world, what they call consciousness or spirituality. And I was very much interested in the objective impact of that subjective experiences. For example, somebody is talking about spirituality and is talking about consciousness and evolution. I was always very much deeply interested what will be objective consequences. That was my interest, and specifically when I am very deeply interested about spirituality and health, because in Upanishad there are five. They talk about five bodies. You all know very well. I personally feel that first there is a Annamay Kosha, there is a Manomay Kosha, there is a Pranamay Kosha, there is a Manomay Kosha, there is a Vidyanmay Kosha, and there is a Anandamay Kosha. So the five koshas they talk about, this five bodies, and I was very much interested in this physical body. When somebody go deep in spirituality, when he in search of his consciousness or he is in search of his invisible beingness. So I was curious. When I very deeply understand spirituality, I see many people they are caught by diseases. If you go through spiritual literature, there are Ramakrishna Paramahamsa get throat cancer, Raman Maharshi get throat cancer, Nisratta Maharaj get throat cancer, Rajat Ramchandra Maharaj get throat cancer, Eknath Maharaj is gone by throat cancer, and Krishnamurti go by prostate cancer, Yogi Aurobindo go by prostate cancer. Why does all spiritual luminaries are affected by diseases, specifically cancer, disease like cancer? So I was very much deeply interested in what is the basic cause. So I deeply dig in myself. I do experiment on me and do deep meditations. I realized that without preparation, you are going to spirituality, you are doing meditation regularly, and you are searching your core, your existence, where energy is, where we are the energy beings. We are all immortal beings in this mortal frame, what we call body. If you encounter that realm of consciousness directly without preparation, it becomes a shock for your biology. Our biology is such a beautiful machine. This beautiful apparatus is such a beautifully designed. 100 trillion cells are working simultaneously. Dr. Yugandhar is a surgeon. He knows very well about this phenomena. Within only 1 second, 8 lakh red blood cells our body is creating. So biological, this Annamaya Kosha, it has its own very deeper intelligence, and there is an order. When you suddenly shift your attention from your Annamaya Kosha to directly your bliss kosha, what Upanishad says, Anandamaya Kosha, there is a shock in your biology. and that shock create disease in our body. So I was when I met many spiritual masters, those are enlightened masters, I asked them, when you suddenly you realize your consciousness, so what will be consequence with this beautiful biological body? And they were not aware, or they were not very interested to see this aspect of spirituality. And I personally feel that you should very cautious when you are walking on this spiritual path, especially you are exploring your immortal frame, what I call consciousness. You should very careful about your biology, because biology is a beautiful machine. It is only a beautiful machine designed for food, sex, and sleep. This biological machine is basically designed for its work. It is not designed to encounter with consciousness. Basically, we are in the part of evolution. Yogi Aurobindo says he was first man. You want to understand this mechanism, and he was aware that it need very different type of biological mechanisms, or it need in evolution we need a very different type of body. We are not ready to encounter with this immortal frames. That's my personal opinion. I may be wrong, I may be totally wrong. So when I see that there is a life force, there are life forces in our being, especially when I encounter with scientific spirituality, Ken Wilber, there are many people, Ken Wilber, Dr. Joe Dispenza, and Greg Braden. There are many spiritual luminaries who are talking about spirituality in a very scientific manner. But I personally feel they are confusing biological force with life force. Biological force is a different thing, life force is a different thing. When you don't understand properly your life force, biological force get disturbed. For example, I was very deeply interested from my childhood. What is the source of consciousness? Where is the consciousness exactly it is? Raman Maharshi says consciousness is the left side of your right side of your heart. From his whole life, he says seat of consciousness is not in your physical heart. It is the right side of your heart. And there are many different peoples. Brahma Kumari says there is a seat of consciousness is in your third eye. And there are different perception about the seat of soul. Quantum mechanics people says that this is the field of non-locality. There is no any proper place in your body. But when I deeply dig in this issue, I realize when any woman get pregnant, when she conceive, when she is pregnant, within 40 days, there is a heartbeat in that fetus. It is only 40 days, there is a heartbeat. Science called it is atomic rhythm, AR. Still science don't know how this heartbeat starts. Dr. Yugandhar is here, he is a surgeon, so he knows very well. Science has no logical explanation how this heartbeat starts. Who start this heartbeat and who stop this heartbeat? Science have still 2021, they have no concrete answer about this mechanism of that heartbeat. So I personally understand the seat of consciousness, the seat of soul is in heart. It's an electromagnetic system. When I see myself as I see consciousness. What is consciousness? It's an electromagnetic, we are electromagnetic biological vibrational being. If I see objectively my mind body mechanism, I will say I am an electromagnetic biological vibrational being. When somebody died, suddenly there is a stop only two things. That person was breathing, he stopped his breathing, and sudden stop in heartbeat. So basically the nature of consciousness is it's an electromagnetic. Science still don't have any measurement about this electromagnetic activity. They are objecting, or they are all understanding that electromagnetic activity through brain, EEG and ECG, but they are in very primary level. So personally, I understand what I say, me, Ranjit, this is only biological part of Ranjit. There is a part of invisible Ranjit, what we call consciousness. The seat of that consciousness is a nature is electromagnetic, because thinking is a language of brain, feeling is a language of body. Whole life is all about the business of feelings. When somebody says, I feel omnipresence, in Samadhi, there are many spiritual luminaries say this, they says, we feel infinite, but ultimately they are feeling them in body. So basically they are feeling that electromagnetic activity in their heart. And when that electromagnetic activity get disturbed, our biology also get confused, and that out of that confusion, disease starts. I personally feel out of that confusion in your magnetic activity, your all biological systems. There are 100 trillion cells. There are 78 organs. They get confused. And out of that confusion, disease starts. Disease means I am not easy with my body. Somehow I am not easy with my body. I am not able to connect with my biological apparatus. I am not able to work with this biological mechanism. You all know Anita Moorjani. She was diagnosed by cancer, incurable cancer. And all scientific community was saying it is impossible. A person who diagnosed with this typical cancer, she can't survive. And suddenly she was in out of body experience. And suddenly her cancer get reversed. It's called the spontaneous remission. Dr. Yugandhar know very well about the spontaneous remission. What was that? I personally feel dying to me. She wrote a beautiful book, Dying to Me. When I read her book, I understand that suddenly she was very connect with her soul. And once there is a proper connection with your soul, you can rearrange your biology. You can cure your biology, or you can resonance with your biology. But I personally feel I go all different types of spiritual meditations and system, from Maharshi Mahesh Yoga's Bhavati Dhyan, Sudarshan Kriya, Sadhguru Sambhi Mahamudra, Ramdev Baba's Pranayam, Sahaj Marga, Sahaj Yoga. There are different types of discipline, Gayatri Mantra, but I don't see any concrete, coherent knowledge body about spirituality that just give justice, rational, logical, objective justice with this mind-body mechanism. And I personally feel that कि राम का घर कहाँ शाम के घर के पास, शाम का घर कहाँ राम के घर के पास, दोनों का घर कहाँ एक दूसरे के पास, ढूंढ लो. They're talking very vague language. I respect science because there is a concrete objectivity, and I want to understand spirituality in very concrete objectivity. In spirituality, there is a strange vagueness. In linguistics, I am a neuro-linguistic programmer. I teach NLP, linguistics, the science of linguistics. In linguistics, they say words are in shared reality. When I say consciousness, everybody knows what is the meaning of consciousness. When I say love, everybody knows what is the meaning of love. But in shared reality, there are very typical words. But in meaning, everybody has its own different meanings. When we talk common words about love, life, there is a common words, but behind that words, everybody has its own unique different meanings. When you go to science, when they are talking about electrons, it's a universal language. 240 countries are there. Every scientist knows what is the meaning of electron, proton, neutron. Physics, chemistry, biology, and mathematics, they have clear words and clear meaning. But when we encounter with spirituality, there is 1,000 meaning. I encounter with many masters. I ask them, what is the meaning? What is the mechanism of mind? Please explain me. What is the mechanism of mind? And every spiritual master give different answer for same question. So that was my basic confusion. Why there is a so diverse version and diverse interpretation about the same reality. I encounter nearby 10 different masters. Those are enlightened. It's supposed that they are enlightened. And I ask them same question, and everybody has different answers. When I encounter with any scientific community or any science person, for example, I meet with any surgeon, there is a possibility any doctor give maximum 100 doctor out of 90 doctor give right diagnosis of same disease. They will be say go to MRI, they will be go to lab and check your blood profile, and they will be diagnose your disease. Sir, this is your disease. 90% there is accuracy. But when we talking about spirituality, it's a very vague business. I encounter, I may be wrong, I may be totally wrong. I have only 2 minutes to conclude my session. But I personally feel we need very different vocabulary. Dr. Yugandhar, please guide me. You are master because you are a master of science and you are a master of spirituality. You have a very beautiful cocktail of spirituality and science. So I really respect you because you have 2 different experiences. You know objective world and you also know subjective world. So we need that type of brain. Those brain can create a roadmap, clear roadmap of consciousness and roadmap for objective reality in very scientific term. So I want that vocabulary. When Dr. Yugandhar say consciousness, there should be very concrete meaning behind that consciousness. Everybody should understand when doctor, for example, when doctor talk about heart, so every doctor know what is the mechanism of heart. Left artery, right artery, he knows what is the mechanism of heart. There are 4 walls in your heart. I want that spirituality that will be give very clear definitions when they're talking about mind. What is the meaning of mind? What is the mechanism of mind? What is the mechanism of ego? What is the mechanism of thoughts? What is the mechanism of consciousness? So I personally feel that when you are disconnected from your source of energy, what we are calling consciousness, all diseases come into your body. Where you are connected with your soul somehow, if you are connected with your soul, your biology can work fantastically. So I want that concrete module. So I'm in that process. I explore daily with all these wisdoms, the scientific wisdoms, and Eastern spiritual philosophies. And I want to create a concrete model. When I talk about mind, you should very clear understand what is the mind mechanism of mind. When I talk about ego, there should be very clear understanding what is the meaning of ego, how to understand ego, and how to apply that knowledge in my day-by-day life. So I call it that life forces. There are biological forces. There's a different story. That's a part of allopathy, but there is also part of life forces. When your life force is disconnected, all diseases come into real world. If you are connected with your life forces, which operate in your heart, it is in your heart. That is life force, source of life forces. There are different thousands of techniques. Those work on that forces. I go through all those techniques, nearby 40-50 techniques I personally encounter. And if you can clear that life force, clean that life force, you can heal your body very easily. Louis Hay cleaned that life force through affirmations. Some people clear that life force through visualization. Some people clear that life forces through different types of mantra. So there are different types of understanding about clearing that life force. But I want that unified field theory, Dr. Yugandhar. I am just completing my expressions. I want that unified field theory. Einstein, Stephen Hawking try his whole life to clear unified field theory in science, but they get failed. I want that unified field theory in spirituality. That will be understood by youth. This youth is very critical. They want very logical, concrete models. They can't go OBU. वो आपको बोलेंगे कि गुरुजी ने कहा तो नहीं मानेंगे. They will be asked. We want concrete, logical models. So I am in search of unified field theory of consciousness. So it is a very deep subject, but my time is just, I'm out of time. My 2 minutes, I'm out of time. So I'm really thank you and really sorry for this delay. Yes, I complete from my side. Yes, Dr. Yugandhar, I want to hear from you, a man of science and mighty spiritual person. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ranjit ji. Wonderful talk. Beautiful. Enjoyed.
Thank you, Ranjit ji. And here's a small token of our appreciation for being a part on the panel and also enlightening our fellow members. I just want to, on behalf of World United, we present you the certificate for the speaker for being an esteemed speaker in the Global Transformation Festival 2021. Thank you so much, sir, for being here and giving your valuable inputs. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
And you are also a master of so many modalities, so that gives us more clarity on what you feel and think about the subject. Thank you so much.
Yeah.